77, Sophie Benaruga from Grenoble, France, checks in for the first time for the Wichita State Shockers. Arizmendi on the penetration. The scoop is no good. Karis Washington, just playing her second game of the season, picked up the defensive rebound. Washington missed the first 16 games with an injury. Played in last weekend's game against East Carolina. Into the paint, White, Brianna White, able to finish at close range.
Yeah, they're physical, strong in the post.
Simmons on the drive, but she was rejected. Richardson the other way in transition. White in the paint.
Good help defense by Rogers, closing that lane to the hoop.
Benaruga from the corner. Triple spins out. Off the floor, the rebound to Simmons.
It was a good looking release from Benaruga. Just 2 for 10 on the season for 3.
Erin Rogers had her shot partially blocked. 16-8 Florida Atlantic. Richardson left alone for a 3. That's no good. Arizmendi with a rebound. Owls do their most damage in transition. Rogers with a 3 out of transition. And Terry...
Until January. January hits, it's your offense, she told their players.
And it started to look more like that, starting, I think, back at the Rice game. Benaruga in a high post. Asia Reeves into the game for the first time, wearing the bright yellow kicks. Takes it to the rim, count it, and 1.
Well, Coach Nooner going deeper on.
1 point against East Carolina. Missed the free throw, trying to complete a 3-point play. Jess Moores for the Owls. Now Rogers. Isolated, drives it down the lane, off balance, and hit the underside of the rim. Breon White the other way. Now hands it off to Reeves.
And that's the lift on Rogers' shot that will continue to improve her bounce.
Cater under pressure, draws the foul from Arizmendi.
Cater, a key cog to coach.
By the Shockers. As I started to say, 2 of the lowest scoring teams in the league. Florida Atlantic 62.9, Wichita State 59.4. Florida Atlantic 11th in the league, Wichita dead last in scoring. So first team to 60 wins. As a turnover as Anwa threw it away. Cater with the steal. Hit ahead for Reeves. Cater at the elbow. Trying to spin in on Moores. Now Reeves, still 15 to shoot. She'll fire a 3, that's off. Anwa had the rebound and was fouled. That'll go against Washington.
Well, you want to make Wichita State beat you from the perimeter.
Well, Wichita State's done a better job after those 3 early turnovers in the first 90 seconds or so. They haven't committed one since.
Yeah, but shooting at just 4 for 17, Frank, and 0 for 6 from 3.
The word's cut off. Simmons has to force up the shot. Anwa with a rebound, and she's hammered and fouled.
That motion offense looks efficient.
Unable to make it a fruitful offensive trip, and it remains 19-12. I'm going to stand by it. First team to 60 wins. Reeves lost her balance, turned it over. Anwa needs to give it up. Arizmendi threw it away. Reeves came back to steal it. Florida Atlantic getting a little sloppy with the ball, and the layup at the other end from Cater.
Yeah, tough sequence there. Ottawa didn't see 2 wide open teammates. Got it there a little late.
So a 6-0 run. Shot clock is off. Moores has to shoot it from 3 and hits at the buzzer. Oh, Jess Moores stops on all these different platforms.
What a matchup. Who you got, Frank?
Well, I had a long association with Miami, so that's who I'm rooting for.
Let's go Canes.
I used to do their TV show. I did play-by-play for them for a lot of years. Three-pointer from 𝘀𝗲𝗱𝗆 is no good, and on the rebound, we have a foul against Florida Atlantic. That's going to go on 𝗁𝗁.
Three-point percentage defense holding opponents to 28%, Frank. And FAU lights them up 4 for 6 in the first quarter.
Indeed, and at the other end, 0 for 6 for the Shockers from 3. 𝗀𝗃 underneath, bothered by 𝗁𝗁. Loose ball, battle for it, and 𝗀𝗃 emerges. And a fresh shot clock for the Shockers, although I'm taking time off from her acting career, obviously.
This is a big one.
Officiate this game, and 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃
We appreciate that.
is the third official. Ortiz in the game for the first time, misses from 3. Kylie Ortiz, and Terry Nooner's gone way deep in his bench. There's the steal by 𝗀𝗃. Taking it all the way and can't hit the layup. Rebound off the floor, picked up by Arizmendi.
FAU relieved there. 𝗀𝗃 is a superb defender. Coach Nooner said she loves playing defense.
Arizmendi gave it up, and 𝗁𝗁 with the layup.
Another assist from Arizmendi, and great job by 𝗁𝗁, really keeping those hands up. Never brought the ball down.
Here's Reeves around a screen. Ortiz. Then 𝗂𝗏𝗃 for 3. That's no good. Maddie 𝘀𝗲𝗃 the other way for the Owls. 𝘀𝗀𝗃's traveled.
Game in Chicago.
Yeah, well, stay tuned at halftime, and you'll find out more. Harding short on a triple. Harding has struggled here tonight. Jess Moores finds 𝘀𝗀𝗃. That's a 3, and that's good.
Oh, it's that dribble drive. They are breaking down the Shocker defense, opening up three-pointers, and the Owls are draining them.
Biggest lead, 17. And a near steal by Carstensen. Then 𝗂𝗏𝗃 able to rescue. Washington goes around a screen. Spins in with the right hand and missed it. She was looking for a foul, no call. Simmons the other way. Carstensen, lock and load, triple on target. Grace Carstensen up by 20. And we'll see if they can maintain through the rest of this first half and go into halftime with a somewhat comfortable lead. Whistle. That's her second. And a turnover for the Shockers. Ty Simmons under pressure from Davis. Carstensen, 4-3. If it's 3, it's me. Grace Carstensen's 4th of this first half.
4 at UAB, 4 here already in the first half. But a team that prides themselves on defense and contesting 3, they're giving the Owls plenty of open looks.
𝗀𝗃 feeds it down low for McDonald. Blocked by Carstensen. Grace doing some work at the defensive end too. On the Euro step, Morris couldn't finish at the iron, and Reeves with the rebound.
It was a pretty Euro step from the young lady from New Zealand.
Here's Asia Reeves. She uses the Euro step, but can't spin the layup in. Rebound
A couple returners from last year. Had 4.6 rebounds at FAU last year.
Simmons with a steal off the inbound, and she lays it in. First points from Micaiah Simmons, who did not score at UAB, was 0 for 7, although she did have 7 rebounds. Biggest lead of the night, 43-18. 𝗀𝗃 at the elbow. Then 𝗂𝗏𝗃 beats Sissoko for the easy finish.
That's a nice high-low, and that gets Coach Nooner clapping. He is one optimistic guy over here. Gotta love that encouragement that he is providing to his team.
And the Shockers hit 20 points with a minute and a half to go in this second quarter. It has been a struggle offensively. Arizmendi, Carstensen. Moores with 6 to shoot. Tried to hit Arizmendi.
Bench and out on the courts.
Vivian 𝗁𝗁 back in for Florida Atlantic, as you see Coach Nooner pacing right in front of us. And 𝗂𝗏𝗃 on the dribble handoff to 𝗀𝗃. 𝗀𝗃 fouled by Rogers, and she'll shoot 2. One of 2 at the line. Is that next to M for mature rated county?
Yeah.
Carstensen gave it up to Rogers. Aaron fadeaway jumper is good. That's the Aaron Rodgers that we saw last year.
Yeah, that's part of her unique skill set.
At the other end, Reeves with the drive and the finish.
Aaron Rodgers, very unique in her ability to just absolutely kill you from the mid-range.
1 second difference, game and shot clock. Rodgers guarded by 𝗀𝗃𝗃. And Rodgers lost the handle, but 𝗀𝗃𝗃 kicks it out of bounds. Arismendi lost her footing, and 𝗀𝗃𝗃 comes up with a steal. Driving on Rodgers, and 𝗀𝗃𝗃 finishes. And a turnover on the inbounds, or is it just, no, it's Florida Atlantic's ball. And that'll do it for the first half. So 𝗀𝗃𝗃 coming up with home.
I like the Shockers buffet of gum and candy here on the just to the left of the bench here at the scorers table.
So they took 13 seconds off the clock.
All right, so 13. Yeah, that's more than 2 or 3.
Washington. 𝗀𝗃𝗃 looking to feed it down low. Instead gives it up and gets it back. Reeves, guarded by Moores. Treasure Thompson travels. Wichita State will get into their press. Florida Atlantic breaks it easily. Think about, too, that with only the 8 players, Ari, the thing is, Florida Atlantic has a lot of positional flexibility.
That's the way they're built.
𝗀𝗃𝗱𝗆 bring the ball up court, but the other players on the floor are pretty good at handling the ball.
Right.
Jess Moores is cut off. Simmons will launch a 3 off the front iron. And 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 will try from 3 and hits it.
That's her 3rd triple of the season, Frank. But Sophie's got a good release. She's going to hit a higher percentage moving forward.
Her first points tonight. Jess Moores cut off at the rim and had it stuffed by 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 and McDonald. Here comes Reeves. She'll go to the foul line. And it's a 21-point game. Biggest lead's been 26 here in this 3rd quarter. Matthias Simmons gets all the way in. That cannot finish at the rim. And McDonald snatches the rebound. Terry Nooner screaming, go, go, right in front of us. He wants to pick up the pace. McDonald. Cut off in the lane. And 3 seconds.
Dangerous pass.
But it gets to 𝗿𝗏𝗏. She's able to get it across the timeline. We approach 1 minute to go in this 3rd period. 𝗀𝗃𝗏 counted and won.
You've been asking for
rim. So she remains at 9 points, and it's a 23-point lead. Reeves to the baseline. Good defense by Arismendi. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 had it stripped away and stolen. Well done by Maddie 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. Carstensen faked the 3. Gets it back from 𝗿𝗏𝗏. Counted and won.
2 times in a row from 𝗿𝗏𝗏. Strong.
And she completes the 3-point play. 15 points for Carstensen. And the Owls have matched their biggest lead.
Grace always having a good time, isn't she?
Absolutely. About a 4.5 second differential. Game clock and shot clock. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. Now 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃. Gets into the lane. A little crossover. Nice move.
She's got some skills.
second and a half away, as the clock should have kept running. Tipped out of bounds by Richardson. And it's down. 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗆 from half court, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Through the first three quarters, and they lead it by 24 as we go to the fourth. Vivian Anwa in the low post. Backs in on McDonald, high off the glass, no good. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by between 6 and 10 points a game. So they are spreading it out, and they're doing so again tonight. 𝗿𝗃𝗃 off the turnover. Richardson. 𝗃𝗃. Thought about a three. 𝗿𝗃𝗃. Now Davis. Spinning into the paint, and a nice finish. Taya Davis, her first points of the game.
Well, really the first points for the starting backcourt between her and Harding.
𝗿𝗃𝗃 picks up a foul in the backcourt, and that's the positional Atlantic lead, but they led it by 20 at the end of the third quarter. You saw the upcoming schedule. We'll have that UTSA game for you on Friday night. 𝗃𝗃 can't finish at the rim. A great chance to knock it down to a 13-point lead.
Coach Nooner looks disappointed. Well-designed play, well executed. They just couldn't finish it.
No points, 4 turnovers so far in this fourth quarter for Florida Atlantic. Anwa in the lane. Backs down against 𝗿𝗃𝗃. Arizmendi will fire from three and finally breaks the seal on the fourth quarter.
And there you go. That's one of the areas they're working on. Anwa's game, on her skill set, is the ability to pass out from the post.
Reeves on the baseline. Tries to kick it out and throws it away. 19-point game with just over 4 minutes to go. 𝗃𝗃 on the hesitation. Up off the glass and in. Nice move by 𝗃𝗃.
That's a big-time move by 𝗃𝗃, hanging in the air and finishing.
74-57. Simmons nearly lost it and finally did. 17th turnover for Florida Atlantic. There's 𝗃𝗃. Knocked away by Anwa, stolen by Moores. Moores lost the handle, jumps on it on the floor, tied up, jump ball, and it'll stay. Miami, the Indiana quarterback, and his dad played high school football with Mario Cristobal.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Story. Nice move there.
Aaron Rodgers with a nice spinning jumper in the lane. She's got 8. Yeah, Dr. Mendoza, he's one big-time doctor down in Miami. Harding misses the 3. He and Mario played high school ball together at Columbus, which is where Fernando went to high school.
Just a 2-star recruit.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
All he had was the Ivy Leagues, and he walked on at Cal. Simmons counted and won. Back up to a 22-point lead with under 3 to go.
You talk about the great shooting. You can't overlook Anwa in this game. 11 points, 4 of 6 from the field with 9 rebounds.
𝗿𝗃𝗃 got inside and lays it off the glass. 7 points for Sophie 𝗿𝗃𝗃. There's Simmons. Florida Atlantic content to milk the shot clock. Simmons on the penetration. And a good finish by Micaiah Simmons.
Yeah, really well balanced, using her body to protect the shot.
Foul was on Rodgers as 𝗃𝗃 drove to the basket. Let's take another look.
No.
𝗿𝗃𝗃 was fouled by Anwa. Can't believe it.
Couple fouls on this possession.
Here's 𝗃𝗃, bumped by Rodgers, and Aaron's going, what do I do? I'm just standing in front of her. 15 points for 𝗃𝗃. It's a 20-point game with 2 minutes left to go. So Florida Atlantic will pick up their 8th win of the season. Moores is tied up Jump ball, and the arrow belongs to the Shockers, coming in here against Florida Atlantic this season.
Very talented conference, the American.
Davis works her way in and picks up a foul from Arizmendi.